Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today is September 13th, and after a long time, DeGrom is back and making a start. James Paxton sets to retire, and more. Let's do it. Hello, everybody. My name is Steven. This is the middle of the order. How are we doing today, Friday, end of the week? Here we are. Not much weeks left to play here. We've got the weekend series, 3 more of those, and 2 more weeks, so 5 series left. We still do not have a team clinched into the postseason yet. We have a couple teams who have been eliminated, but the door is still wide open for plenty of teams, although some will start punching their tickets really soon. With that all being said, though, I'll try to keep this one shorter than we've been having them recently, so let's dive on into our series recap. Alright, now to lead things off here, we've got the Reds and the Braves. They have a 1-game makeup going back from July 24th, and unfortunately for the Braves, the Reds take care of business. A 1-0 win there. Reds get that game. Mets and Blue Jays on to the regular week here. Mets open up the series with a 3-2 win. Then the Blue Jays came back in the second game, taking it 6-2. And then how about Bowden Francis keeps things rolling. He once again has a no-hitter into the 9th. Francisco Lindor, a leadoff home run, ends the no-hitter. The Mets add 5 more runs after that. They win it 6-2 in comeback fashion and take 2 of 3 from the Blue Jays. Oilers and Red Sox now. The Red Sox blow open the O's in the first game, 12-3 your final there. Cedric Mullins comes back in the second game, 2 home run day for him. That leads the O's to a 5-3 win. And then in extras we go into the last game, and it's Tyler O'Neill, a 3-run walk-off blast. Red Sox win it 5-3 and take 2 of 3 from the O's. Royals and Yankees. It's the Yankees who get game 1, a 10-4 win for New York. Kansas City comes down and shuts down the Yankees 5-0 in that second game, and the rematch would go all the way into the 11th inning, where it would be Jazz Chisholm, the infield single. That wins it for New York, a 4-3 game, your final there. The Yankees take 2 of 3 from the Royals. Rockies and Tigers. Tigers really needed this sweep. Things were looking good. 11-0 Tigers, 7-4 Tigers. And then a 2-2 game into the 9th we went. Rockies score 2 runs. That breaks up the tie. Tigers can't come back. They win it 4-2 to avoid the sweep, but the Tigers do take 2 of 3 as they try to look into the postseason. Guardians and White Sox, the best team in the Central, the worst team in the Central. 5-3 Guardians, 5-0 Guardians, 6-4 Guardians. Did you expect anything else from your Chicago White Sox in 2024? You should have been wrong. Guardians sweep, and White Sox keep getting uglier. Angels and Twins. The Angels open up this to win, but the Twins came back 10-5 in game 2 and then 6-4 to take 2 out of 3 against the Angels there. Twins looking to stay afloat in the AL wildcard. Padres and Mariners for a little 2-game set here. It's a little 1 game apiece. Padres took the opener 7-3. Mariners got the other game 5-2. They split the 2-game set 1 apiece. A's and Astros, it's 4-3 Oakland in the first game. They scored 2 runs in the 12th to take the lead. Astros only get 1, so Oakland would hold it there. They then come and win 5-4 against the Astros. They're looking good, trying to help the Mariners out in any shape and form. But the Astros take the last game to avoid the sweep to Oakland. That would have been bad. 6-3 Houston. Oakland, though, takes 2 of 3 from the Astros. Rays and Phillies. How about a 2-1 Phillies win? There is things getting heated in Philadelphia. Cody Clemens walks off this game. A single to right field wins it for Philly. Then in a 4-4 game in the second game, the Phillies score 5 runs in the 8th inning to break this game up and open. Trey Turner hits 2 home runs in the game, 9-4 Phillies. There was a bench clearing in these 2 games there. And then the last game, it's a 3-2 Phillies win. They sweep the Rays. And things are looking good for Philly right now getting those 3 games there. Braves and Nats, excuse me, a 2-game series. Braves blow open the Nationals in the first game 12-0. They shut them out too, but the Nats come back with a 5-1 win. They split the 2-game set, and things are not looking too good for the Braves right now as they're slipping from the Mets. Marlins and Pirates. The Pirates, holy buckos, they had a series sweep against the Marlins. 3-2 Pirates, 6-4, and 3-1 your final. The Pirates take care of Miami there. Reds and Cardinals. Cardinals doing anything they can to stay alive, have some hope, but they lose the first game to the Reds 3-0. They can't get any offense going until the second game. They win it 2-1, and then they take the series a 6-1 win. The Cardinals taking 2 of 3 against the Reds. Cubs and Dodgers now. The Cubs with a 10-4 win, big win over the Dodgers to get the first game. Then they score 5 runs in the 8th in the second game to take the lead. They were down and they score 5 to win it 6-3 Cubs. They look for the sweep, but it was already going to be a tough battle because the Dodgers go back to back in the first inning. That leads them to a 10-8 win. The Cubs did come close, but Dodgers avoid the sweep. Cubs take 2 of 3 from the Dodgers though. Brewers and Giants. The Brewers open up the series a 3-2 win for them there. Giants came back a big offensive day, 13-2, but when we look to the rubber match, it's the Brewers that shut out the Giants 3-0 your final there, and the Brewers taking 2 of 3 from the Giants. And lastly, we have the second half of the rematch of the 2023 World Series. Rangers in Arizona to take on the D-backs. D-backs open up this 2-game series with a 6-0 win. They shut them out, and then the second game just got ugly. D-backs went on an offensive tear, 14 runs in the game for them to Texas's 4. The D-backs get the 2-game sweep over the Rangers, and that's your series recap. Alright, now taking you to the game of the week here. We're going to New York to see the Royals and the Yankees play. This, of course, being the Wednesday game on September 11th. It's the Royals that take first blood. In the top of the 4th, Michael Massey, home run number 13, gets the Royals the 1-0 lead. Then into the bottom of the 6th, Juan Soto. Talk about grit. He gets hit on a swing, I believe, or he ends up hurting himself. And then 2 pitches later, he crushes a 2-run home run. His 39th home run on the year. He's 1 away from 40. Yankees take a 2-1 lead there. Top of the 7th, Salvador Perez, sac fly that would tie the game. We would stay tied into extras. Wild pitch from Jake Cousins allows the Royals to take the lead in the top of the 10th, but the rookie Austin Wells, having a nice season for himself, sac fly would tie it back up. We would need another one into the 11th. Weaver holds the Royals, and then Jazz Chisholm singles to shortstop Bobby Witt. Birdie comes running in home, and the Yankees walk off this game. They walk it off, and Jazz to be the hero. First Yankee walk-off for him, and what a trade pickup he has been for New York to pick up their 84th win on the season, and they win it 4-3 in the 11th to take 2 of 3 from the Royals for your game of the week. Alrighty, now let's dive into the baseball news, and there is some exciting stuff happening today. 504 days ago, on April 28th, 2023, DeGrom was in Texas pitching against the Yankees. He pitched 3 2/3, only allowing a hit with 2 strikeouts before exiting that game with a injury. Flash forward those 504 games, Jacob DeGrom is set to come back to baseball, and he is making his first start in a set of 504 days against the Seattle Mariners in Seattle today. Absolutely amazing. DeGrom has been one of my favorite pitchers, really from, 2015 in, his first All-Star year after coming off the Rookie of the Year winner in 2014. And he's been a star since. Of course, 2018 and 2019, Ask any Mets fan, they'll tell you how special those 2 years were for them. In terms of DeGrom's season, of course, 10-9 with a 1.7 ERA. That's right, the Mets lost 9 games of his with a 1.7. I remember these years, man. What a time. Obviously had a good year in COVID as well. But of course, since then, it's been injured-filled. In 2021, he was an all-star and had a 1.08 ERA, but only played in 15 games, not even making 100 innings pitched. 2022 was even worse, only made 11 starts and in 64 innings. And then, of course, last year, his first year with Texas at the age of 35, made 6 games, a 2.67 ERA, and 30.1 innings pitched. He's had a heck of a career here, but entering his age 36 season, he's got, 3 or 4 more years with Texas here. I'm hoping DeGrom is DeGrom of 2018, 2019. I hope he's got a little bit in the tank. I hope it's kind of like Verlander, where he comes back from Tommy John and wins the Cy Young. I hope DeGrom will have 2-3 starts here, finish the year good, look good for these 2-3 starts, and then next year just absolutely shove and win the Cy Young. That would be ideally the best thing for Jacob DeGrom. But we'll have to wait and see exactly how it goes. His rehab starts this year, he's been, pretty dominant, I would say. He made 4 games in rehab in AA and AAA, a 0.84 ERA, 10 innings, 10 2/3 innings, only allowing 4 hits and 1 earned run, while striking out 15. So it's safe to say DeGrom is ready. He's been ready. Hopefully he can stay healthy and just kind of have 2 or 3 starts here at the end of the year here, look good for Texas, win those games and come out the gate strong next year would be the ideal situation for DeGrom. But it's going to be happy to have him back and see him back on a big league mound today. That's the game to watch realistically if you got some time today. Throw on the Mariners game and see DeGrom. A Big Maple, James Paxton, one of my favorite nicknames in the game of baseball. He is set to retire after this season. He announced that he is calling it a career here. And let's be honest, what a career he's had. The southpaw left-hander. He's been great, of course. This year was with the Dodgers and then got traded to Boston. He's made 3 starts with the Red Sox and then right now is on the IL. So hopefully he can get another game or 2 in his career here. Debuted in 2013 at the age of 24 with Seattle, where he spent 7 years. Of course, his best years with Seattle. Threw a no-hitter against the Blue Jays. He's a Canadian, so in Toronto, a great day for sure. In his years with the Seattle, 7 years, he was 41-26, a 3.42 ERA, and was just absolutely stunning. After that, he spent 2 years with the Yankees in 2019 and 2020, before heading back to Seattle in 2023. Of course, this was after he was injured. He did not pitch in 2022. And then after that fun year with Seattle, 2021 was the year with Seattle. He came back after 2 years with the Yankees. Only made 1 start, got hurt, and that was kind of the end of it. Tommy John. He then signed with Boston in 2023, and then 2024 was with the Dodgers, and now has traded back to the Red Sox. So a kind of a weird after COVID kind of career for Paxton, of course, with the injuries and everything. But career-wise, a 13.8 career WAR, 73-41. Of course, this is still counting. Of course, if he comes back from the IL. A 3.77 ERA in 177 games. He's thrown 951 innings with just over 1,000 strikeouts, 1,005 strikeouts to his name in his now going to be 11-year career in the big league. So flowers for Mr. James Paxton. just one of, a fun guy to watch, especially with the Seattle Mariner days. This guy was a joy. Great lefty, of course, Canadian as well. We've lost him and Votto, the Canadians, in terms of retirements here. But yes, Paxton will be finishing up his year here. Hopefully making 1 or 2 more starts back with the Red Sox. Help them out maybe in a playoff push. But yeah, Paxton set to go. Moving on here now, let's talk about the Phillies and Rays. They had a bench clearing here, and it was between 2 guys in particular, Nicholas Castellanos, of course, who else but Nicholas Castellanos, and then Edwin Ucita for the Tampa Bay Rays. It kind of all started with Ucita having just a very bad game on the bump. Came out of the bullpen and kind of just blew up the things here. Was not looking good for him. And then Nicholas Castellanos, after, a long inning for him, he ended up hitting Castellanos with a pitch, and Nick did not take too kindly to that. And it just kind of went on this roller coaster right here. Benches cleared a little bit. Wasn't anything, to scoff at. It was some pushing, some shoving, not your typical just, hey, how's it going kind of meetup. Castellanos had some quotes after the game saying he was pissed off that his ERA shot through the roof, and you throw at somebody, that's like my 2-year-old throwing a fit because I take his dessert before he's finished. Really funny quote from Castellanos. Next day goes, and then MLB announced that Edwin Ucita is getting a 3-game suspension for intentionally throwing at Nick Castellanos. So, granted, Castellanos in the right here. A bad look on Ucita, and it was just, fun, like not fun, but the quote was great. Love the quote. But yeah, Castellanos obviously heated. Phillies trying to win, and Castellanos has been a huge part. He hit a home run on the September 11th, and he's been playing a great brand of baseball. The Phillies as a whole have been playing a great brand of baseball, and why Tampa Bay isn't technically out of the playoff chase, they pretty much are. So just you don't need to be doing that, especially intentionally. Just no room in the game for it right now. So that is that on Ucita and Castellanos. We will now look towards some other news here quickly. I want to mention that the Angels are mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. We kind of knew that was going to happen. I think their magic number was like 1 or 2 when I talked about them on a Monday. And no surprise here that the Angels are officially done. They've had a bad year. Of course, no Trout, no Ohtani, no Rendon keeps getting hurt, and it's just been kind of one domino after another. I don't know what the direction is for the Angels for 2025. But right now, them and the Tigers have the longest playoff droughts in baseball, and the Tigers are way closer than the Angels are. The Tigers having, 2 good weeks here, and they might end it this season even. So, yeah, not looking good to be an Angels fan right now, especially with Mike Trout kind of aging and keep getting hurt as well. Definitely not ideal. Other news here that I want to talk about really quickly here. The Twins picked 6th round of what? Twins picked 6th round? No. With the 6th round pick, the Twins took catcher Derek Bender. And he was released this week. And I'll tell you why. Because he was tipping pitches to his opponents as a catcher. He was telling them what was going to come. So he would lose. So his team would lose. And it was in, those games where you win, you move on, you lose, you get eliminated, and they got eliminated because of this. Twins found out, apparently he was telling his teammates that he just wanted the season to be over, and was telling them, hey, we're going to go fastball high here, and letting teams just absolutely destroy them. And the Twins released him, rightfully so, because there's no reason to be doing this. I heard about this, and I was so upset, because you have people, kids out there, people in their 20s even, young 20s, who would do anything for an opportunity to get to the major leagues. Remember, he's a 6th round pick. There is no, like, hey, he's definitely going to be a major leaguer one day. No, but you have the opportunity to be with a major league organization, to work your way up into a position where you could have been on, the Twins roster or on a big league roster. And here you are just getting drafted telling your teammates that you don't want to play anymore and that you're already tired, you just want to go home and enjoy vacation. No, that's not it. That is not it 100%. So you know what? Good for the Twins for releasing him. I do not think any team is going to want this player, and I think this is the last we'll ever talk about this guy, and he's going to end up having to go back to university to become a garbage man or something. This is kind of disgraceful. If you're going to do that, that is not what you do. You got people out here who would do anything for the opportunity, and he's, he is probably 20s, probably 22, 23, and he already is tired and wants to, no, you cannot do that. So, yeah, definitely don't like that guy. What an awful thing for and imagine the guy who got picked after him being yeah, the Twins could have taken me, but instead they took that guy, and look what he did. Come on. That is distasteful and disgusting, really. Did not like that. All right, now taking a look at injury updates from the week here. Anthony Rendon, his third time on the IL this year. This contract's going to go down as one of the worst contracts in the history of baseball. A left oblique strain for Rendon, and he is back on the IL. What else is new? Jose Altuve, he left one of the games this past week with a injury during a swing. Swung, missed, and just kind of limped off to the side there. Astros trainers came out, checked on him, and took him out of the game. So still waiting on a news update there. And then the last thing here for the Texas Rangers, they're getting Jacob DeGrom back, but they're losing Seager in the process. Corey Seager, season-ending sports hernia surgery for him. And the Rangers will finish off the 2024 campaign. And kind of a bummer of a season for the Rangers without Corey Seager. But, the trade-offs you have as a big leaguer, to say the least there. Moving on now, let's go with the outstanding performances from the week here. Paul Skeens with the Pirates. What a season he's had. Potential, most likely going to be the Rookie of the Year for the NL. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 9 Ks. How about Uncle Charlie? Charlie Morton still doing it for the Braves. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, and 7 Ks. Nick Martinez, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Taylor McGill, 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, 2 walks, and 9 Ks. How about Joey Cantillo with the Guardians? He brought a perfect game into the 7th before losing it. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, an earned run, no walks, and 10 strikeouts there. Keeter Montero for the Tigers. Complete game shutout. 9 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 5 Ks. He faced the minimum 27 batters only, as those 3 hits were all erased by double plays, and did all that on 96 pitches. What a game from Montero. And the Tigers there. Seth Lugo, 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 10 Ks as he continues his incredible season. Didn't mention this, but Yoshi Yamamoto with the Dodgers is back and healthy. In his first game back, he did 4 innings of work, 4 hits, an earned run, no walks, and 8 Ks. So a good game back for him. Bailey Falter, 7 1/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. How about Bowden Francis? His second game in the last, 2 weeks? He's brought a no-hitter into the 9th, and both times he lost it on a leadoff solo shot. Back with the Angels with Taylor Ward and then Francisco Lindor this game, but still an amazing game. 8 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Nick Pivetta, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, an earned run, a walk, and 9 Ks. Tarek Skubal, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 6 Ks. And then lastly here, Frankie Montas, 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, 2 walks, and 8 Ks. That's your outstanding performances here. We will now look at our stats leaderboard for the 2024 season. We're coming to the end here, and it looks like things are kind of going to settle here. There's some interchanging things to happen, but we've had kind of the same guys here for the last couple of weeks. Bobby Witt still leading in average, now at 333, still leading in hits, 195. So by next week, he should have 200 hits. Aaron Judge still at 51. He has not hit a home run since August 26th, I believe, or around there when the Paw Patrol episode came out, he has done nothing. And even in RBIs, he only has 3 RBIs in the past 2 weeks. He's now at 126, still leads the league. Bobby Witt, 120 runs, leads the league there still. Still leads the league in walks. Aaron Judge, 119, with Soto right behind him at 118. Ellie De La Cruz, stolen bases 64. He's been slowing it down as of late, but still leads the league. And then Aaron Judge's OPS has taken a hit, is now at 1.136, but of course, still leads the league. Excuse me. Wins now, pitchers. We've been talking about Tarek Skubal, Chris Sale, the potential Cy Youngs, in my opinion. Both kind of gunning for a Triple Crown. Seth Lugo will tie them in wins now, so 3 of them have 16 wins. ERA is for Chris Sale at 2.38. Strikeouts is for Skubal at 214. And then for saves, Ryan Helsley, move over. You have company, Emmanuel Clase, now with 44 saves as well. The 2 of them tied for the saves. So a couple of ties there, and a couple of still grudge matches to go down in terms of, certain stats. Moving on now, we'll take a look at the upcoming series for this weekend here. For the last time this season, the Red Sox and the Yankees will face off in New York here. That 4-game series started yesterday, and it did not go well for Boston. Cardinals at the Blue Jays. We got a bird battle. Rays at Guardians. Oilers at Tigers. Reds at Twins. A's at White Sox. You got to tune into those games, man, let me tell you. Astros at Angels. Rangers at Mariners. Dodgers at Braves. That's a big one there. Marlins and Nationals. Mets and Phillies. Royals at Pirates. Cubs at Rockies, Brewers at D-backs, and we rounded off with the Padres and the Giants. There's a lot of fun ones in this week here. O's and Tigers, that's kind of big. The O's trying to chase down the Yankees, Tigers trying to chase down the Twins. Rangers and Mariners, the way Game 1 started of this series, 4 games set yesterday. It's kind of big for Seattle here. Dodgers at Braves, 2 top teams. Dodgers kind of lead the way. Braves been on a slump here. Mets and Phillies, that's a huge series for both those teams. Mets just got the lead. Last thing I want to do is throw it away to the Phillies here. And then Brewers at D-backs, potential matchup here in the postseason. So they got 5 kind of fun, big series happening this weekend. So some great baseball to tune into if you aren't watching football or anything else this weekend for sure. Magic numbers. Let's take a look now. In the AL, the Guardians and the Yankees magic number is 7. So it is technically doable by Monday, I believe. But actually, no. The best they would do is 1, and that would be if the Guardians or Yankees sweep and then the Tigers get swept. So that's the only way that would happen there. O's magic number is at 8. Royals are at 11, and the Astros and Twins are at 13. On the other side of losing numbers, the A's losing number is 1. So if the Twins win a game or if the A's lose a game, they will be mathematically eliminated. So that will happen by Monday. The Blue Jays are at 7, and the Rangers are at 9. On the NL side, the Phillies magic number is 7, so they're getting closer and closer. Dodgers and Brewers are tied with 8. Padres and D-backs tied with 13, and then the Mets are at 15, but so are the Braves. So even though the Mets have a game up on the Braves, technically the tiebreaker is not decided. So, it's technically, anyone's game there. They both have 15 as their magic number here. For losing side, Nationals are at 1. So like Oakland, they will be eliminated by Monday when we have our next episode. The Reds are at 5. So that one could be also joining them, depending on how bad the weekend goes for them and how good it goes for the Mets. Pirates are at 6, and the Giants are at 8. So those are your magic numbers heading into this weekend here, the third last weekend before postseason. Speaking of postseason, let's take a look at the playoff predictor for the 2024 season. If the playoffs started today, we have the Twins and the Astros, Royals at the Oilers, and it will be Astros and the O's that take care of business against those AL Central teams. So our ALDS matchups, Astros at Guardians, Oilers at Yankees, Astros beat the Guardians, Yankees beat the O's. So we got Astros and Yankees in the ALCS. We've seen this happen, but it is the Yankees that seek revenge. They beat the Astros and head to the World Series. On the NL side, Mets at Brewers, Padres at D-backs for the wild card here. Padres and D-backs have been a wild card matchup for the last month and a half now, so I'm excited to see that if it does come to fruition. The Brewers beat the Mets and the Padres beat the D-backs, so the NLDS matchups: Brewers at Dodgers, Padres at Phillies. Of course, that's one we've seen before. It's going to be the Dodgers that beat the Brewers and the Padres that beat the Phillies once. So now our NLCS matchup between the NL West teams, Padres at Dodgers. What a series this would be. Padres edge it out over them. So we have a Padres-Yankees 2024 World Series matchup, and it is your San Diego Padres who would be your 2024 World Series champions if the season started today, if the postseason started today. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. So yeah, a little bit shorter, like I said at the beginning here, just kind of want to get through it and, things going here. So yeah, we have about 4 more episodes here, 5 more before the postseason. We got the 16th, the 20th, the 23rd, the 27th, and then the 30th would be the regular season recap leading into the postseason. So a lot of fun stuff here happening in September. We're getting closer and closer to the postseason. Teams are going to start clinching really soon. I bet by next week we'll have at least one team clinched into the postseason. And that's what the baseball season has been coming to now since the start of the season. I'm excited, and I know you are too. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today's episode. I appreciate you all, and I will see you on Monday.